Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, daily chart, and you saw some weakness last week through Thursday that held the 9. They rejected some highs up at 35.08 half on Friday, brought it down as low as 34.61 in and around the close. Everything's held the 9 days so far. They gapped it up a little bit on the open. It's traded as high as 34.96 half. But that 9-day, which comes in today at 75, it continues to hold price. On the hourly chart, you can see the new weekly pivot there, 34.7908. That lined up with some of our other stuff last night, and we ended up long against 79. It took a little bit of doing. There was a whip down there with some China economic numbers at 10 p.m. Eastern time. But between 79 and 81. We're able to be there long. We still have a runner. We took some profits overnight, so it was a decent Sunday night. It gets us in good shape for today, and it gets the week off to a good start. So you've got volume weighted average price at 87 right now. Your hourly mid band is at 86. Proprietary moving average is 91. It's been bumping up against that now for about a half an hour. And your 5-minute mid band is at 34.90. So I want to see where do we close today relative to the weekly pivot. It's jammed up there with the daily pivot. Daily pivot just underneath it at 78.17. So this chunk of price in and around weekly pivot is going to be especially important. Just underneath here at 75 is the 9-day, and the 9-day on the daily has been support times 3 days, but it hasn't exactly pushed away. So that's all going to be very important. Where do the bulls want to take it? They want to take it back to the lows from Friday, from Thursday. They'd like to see the Thursday lows. They certainly need to break the Friday lows down at 61.25 if they want any hope of being able to be, part of a two-sided conversation this week. The bulls need to hold weekly pivot. They've already converted it. Maybe you take a look in the regular session, but that's a battle that you need to win if you're the bulls, and you got to get back over 3,500 now. At this point, you've spent the better part of 2.5 market days below 3,500. That's not going to stand if you want to get back to the highs. The whole market just kind of it printed some highs on Monday. It just flagged, it flagged back a little bit here to the weekly pivot. Today, with the type of day that today is, it should be pretty whippy and choppy off of the open. There's certainly plenty to fight about here. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it fairly tight today, and then we'll see as we get into later in the week with the news flow whether they want to push it off. But what this chart tells me here is that the bulls need a higher high. And if they don't get one, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to come in hard. What it certainly means at a minimum is we're going to do this. We're going to start being range bound. We're going to start we're going to keep whipping. We're going to keep chopping it up. And that's going to probably last into the election. That's just reality. You have a huge unknown on the table every 4 years. And that unknown needs to get revealed, and then we go from there. So that's where we are with regard to these markets. The Globexes have moved much more than the regular sessions typically. You had a nice move down at the close on Friday, but the stuff preceding it was a lot of whip. So you just have a truckload of unknowns in this tape right now, and it's all getting battled out between 34.50 and 3,500. All right, that's all I got. Everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care, trade them well, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.